Sports editor Krista, and I'm here talking to Coach John Bowen about the girls varsity soccer team. Okay, so Coach Bowen, obviously you guys had an amazing season. For the most part, you guys were region champions, and obviously you guys had a tough loss last night. Talk to me a little bit about just the season in general.
Oh, the season in general was great. We came out from the first day. The girls were excited, motivated, working hard for each other. Everybody did a really good job every day in practice. We had some games we played really well, others where we maybe had a struggle for a minute or two, which is to be normal for a season. It's always ups and downs, but overall it was fantastic. I really enjoyed working with this group.
You guys had a pretty good postseason run. Tell me a little bit about that. How did the team kind of develop over the postseason?
We had a couple of games early where we had the other team outmatched, so they were shortened games. We played, I think it was 10-0, 9-0. And then North Oconee we had played at the beginning of the year, so I felt like we were prepared going into it. They didn't do anything that really surprised us or anything. It was just a matter of once they got their goal, we had a hard time getting the momentum back, and towards the end of the game, it just seemed to keep building for them. So it was just, roll of the dice in some regards.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned momentum. Is that what you think was the main cause of last night's loss?
Yeah, we went away a little bit at the end from what we normally do. Normally we try to possess it a lot more and keep the ball. And so when we went away from that, it just kind of kept giving it back to them, and they just kept shoving it at us. And so we defended really well for long periods. It's just, we gave up the one goal. So, it's just eventually they got a little poke, and it wasn't anything pretty. It was just a mess in the box off the corner. And they got a toe on it before we could.
And I want to switch the questions a little bit from the team to actually you. You won Region Coach of the Year. Oh, yeah. Tell me a little bit about that. What do you think was the main factor of that?
The team that I coached. There's nothing special about coaching. You have good players, you're a good coach, and if you don't, then you're not.
Yeah,
at least from perspective.
Yeah.
But it was fun working with them, and like I said, it was a challenge to try to come up with something that kept us motivated, kept us moving, and it was fun to work with them because they were always eager to learn and to grow and to get better. And so it was a lot of fun to have them on the field and work with them every day, and it's something I'll miss.
I'm sure. What are some things you've learned as a coach this season that you're planning on applying next season?
I just really like the way we focused on possession and keeping the ball, and we did some things differently at tryouts this year that we'll continue to do moving forward. We didn't worry so much about having conditioning at the beginning as much as fitness tests, those kind of things. Little things like that we'll adjust. And you always kind of find new things that you like and things that worked and didn't work. So there's always new activities and whatnot. So we lose 3 strong seniors, a lot of leadership there, but I know that there's lots of leadership coming up and more players coming up, and so it should be good to get going once we get over the sting of last night.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you guys have you mentioned a lot of you mentioned the fitness tests that you guys are doing that you guys did this year for tryouts. I want to hear a little bit more about that. What are some of those fitness tests?
It was just a mile run, had to be in under 8 minutes. We have a shuttle that we run, which is has to be done twice in under a minute and a half or a minute 40 on each one. And so it's just things that you have to meet. And so of the 17 people we had on varsity, 15 of them met every requirement on every run. Didn't miss a second on anything. And so we had I think 5 on JV that did the same. So it was really good. The girls really responded to that and worked hard because they knew that if they put the work into the off season, then when they came in, we wouldn't have to spend as much time running our legs into the ground. And I thought for the most part it worked.
As far as just coaching wise, what are some main lessons you learned, like as in things you probably won't be repeating?
That's just things I constantly have to do better. Still need to have more conversations with players on a regular basis. Still have to, kind of get better at growing within the game, like figuring out what's happening in the moment, making changes that have a little more of an impact as we go forward. Things like that. But we always talk to the players about, you have to continue to grow and get better and get stronger. If you come back next year where you're at this year, then you're already behind. And so coaching's the same.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned losing 3 strong seniors. How do you think the team is gonna do with next year, with maybe not having those seniors, and just getting maybe a new fresh set of players?
It's just transition. I mean, it's high school.
Yeah,
I mean, you always have it. Sometimes you have more, sometimes you have less. So, Riley's graduating. She was our captain. Mia's graduating. She was our second leading scorer. Silcox is graduating, and I mean, she was the hub around what we did everything. So there'll definitely be some adjustments. But we got lots of younger players and some others coming up. They're, really wanting more minutes and really have been doing well with the minutes they did get. So it'll be their opportunity to shine and grow. And we have a couple others that were starting to become leaders and figuring out what that means and what that how that works and what it looks like watching them, and so now they'll be able to be ready rather to step up into that role next year.
You have a team of really strong, and you have a set of really strong sophomores like Kendra, Lily, even Olivia Davidson. Like, talk to me a little bit about that. Just having them move up from underclassmen to upperclassmen, seeing them like kind of improve.
It's a transition. I mean,
for sure.
Some of them do it a little bit earlier than others, but everybody, your first time you're with the team, it's you're there. You play a role, and there's not much expected of you other than to do your role. And as you become a junior, and especially as a senior, well, now everybody's looking to you. How are we supposed to act? What are we supposed to do? So you get a little more of not pressure, but a little more expectation and a little bit more demands on your time. And you have to lead people and show them. Whereas before, other people were maybe setting the standards, and now you're setting the standards, and so that's just a transition that they all go through. Like I said, some of them are a little bit ahead than others, but everybody does it, and those three in particular, and there's others that there's like 7 of them off one club team, and so they're still playing together, and so that makes a difference as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Please be sure to check out more news at theprowlernews.org, and be sure to follow our social media at SMHS Prowler.